Hello, viewers. This is Michael from Screw You, bringing you a new podcast to myself called the Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breach your heart during this audio podcast recording, during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will tend to adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will tend to adult language if you're under 18. Now, if you're over 18, I need to go throughout this audio podcast recording. So anyway, let's get into the latest episode of Boonboomger. Boonboomger. So basically, this starts off. We see the local news reporting about the Blue Rangers. Reporting about the Blue Rangers, and they calling them. The people are calling them tired people. So basically, let's assume that So basically, we see Tyre and Shino at the headquarters watching the news and they see news footage of them in ranger mode, fighting the monsters and whatnot, and the people in the city are calling them the tired people and whatnot. So basically, Boom Boom is happy that they're on the news, but it seems like Boom Boom and Ty were happy that they're on the news. They're getting some exposure and whatnot. But she was not happy with this. She said that he turned off the TV and basically sir, the government agencies will come after us. Will come and will sooner or later the government agency will find out who we are and whatnot, and they're not want to play nice with us. And Todd Henry said, well, I I was expecting that the government agencies will get involved sooner or later. So basically, don't worry. If the handle, if any government agency does, find out who we are, we're just handling it. We're handling it. And basically, after that, we see Minnow Boom Pink, just walking by a bunch of boys playing soccer, and basically in a usual thing, a truck was coming, so basically the soccer ball went into the street, and basically one of the boys went to go retrieve the soccer ball, and this truck was was kind of zooming towards the boy. At the driver didn't notice him at last moment, and basically he was about to hit the boy, but that's when Minnow transformed into a ranger boy and used the power of her morpher and super speed to save the boy from being hit by the car, and basically, and also the soccer balls around. The people in the city where the boom rangers are based based in are basically covering the Thai people. So basically, they don't have any knowledge of any past Sentai teams. So basically, they call them the tired people. So basically, let's assume that that Boom Onger is not in the main Sentai universe. It might either is in its own universe, or they're in a different part of Japan, in a different city of Japan that doesn't know anything about any Super Sentai team. So anyway, she explains that so basically Metal displays that we're not the tired people, we're the Boom Rangers. So basically, I'm Boom Paint, explaining the Boom Red and we're the Boom Rangers. So second direct mistake, we're not the tired people, we're the Boom, we're the Boom, we're the Boom Rangers. So anyway, Boonboomger. So basically, after that, we see Officer Joe slap the cuffs on Minnow, well, one of the cuffs on Minnow's hand, where her morpher is, and basically Minnow looked up and see Officer Joe and like, what the hell is going on here? Like, she could have easily used her super speed, could have pressed the button on her morpher to, she could have easily got away from the cop with her super speed and while in Ranger form, but instead, Officer Joe, who's now working for this for the government lady, who works for the ISA, the International Space Agency. So basically, they're monitoring. Basically, they're like the kind of like the Men in Black, but not as well funded as it seems. So anyway, Shino got a call from one of his. So basically, Shino was talking on the phone, and he got a tip that that Minnow got arrested and whatnot. So basically, Ty and Shino was like, we need to go. Well, looks like we had to go to introduce ourselves to the agency who got Minnow now, to the government agent that got Minnow now. So anyway, back at the ISA headquarters, we see Minnow and being questioned by the a special investigator is Saiba. That's how you pronounce her name. Saiba. It's that lady that recruited Officer Joe to help her investigations to find out who the Boom Rangers are. So basically, turns out that Saba knows about he knows Middle's real identity as Boom Pink and whatnot. And basically, she wanted to know more details about the Hashi aliens and whatnot, blah blah blah. Apparently, about the other Rangers as well. And basically, that's when Ty, talking through Ms. Morpher was like, oh, so hello, you, hey, Meadow, is she talking to any government agents right now? I like to talk to who's ever in charge. Who's ever holding you captive right now? We need to talk. So anyway, meanwhile, Meanwhile, we see DK, Sasha, and Yaya at this bathhouse with a sauna room, and basically, they was in the sauna in the sauna room, getting a nice steam, like was having a nice sauna steam and whatnot in the sauna room, and basically, so basically Tasha, decided to turn the sauna machine inside the sauna room into a monster, and basically to go collect gasoline energy, gasoline energy. So basically, gasoline energy is this fear energy from humans. That's when Decay and Yaya and Tasha are there for collect energy collect fear energy from humans. So basically, that's the energy source. That's the energy source that they need to take. That they need to take from humans to get to their boss and whatnot. So anyway. So basically, Sasha used her powers to turn the sauna machine into a monster, and basically that was it for them. Meanwhile, back at the Blue Rangers headquarters, we see we see we see Tahe showing Joe and Joe, Officer Joe, and special investigator Sada around the Blue Rangers headquarters. So anyway, So basically, I figured that she started to like yeah, so Tahano, you acquired work at a very young age. So basically you're the one who's funding the Boonger's resources. So basically so basically Tahano is the main is funding the whole Sentai team. All the weapons and gears are being funded by Ty's, magic wealth and whatnot. So basically, and that's when special investigator Saiba was like, hey, well, guess what? Well, my agency will be confiscating taking over your operations, and therefore you guys will stand down and hand over it or your resource or the Boom Ranger resources to our agency. So basically, it seems like the government seems like it seems like hey, seems like that ISA doesn't even have codes any resources as the Boom Rangers does, and basically they're like hey, we're gonna take your technology and had government agents to become the Rangers from now on. And basically Ty was like, yeah, right. And so basically Ty knows that, this lady doesn't seems like the ASA the ASA is not very well funded. And basically Ty knows this and it's very clear that the ASA it's very clear that she doesn't even have the manpower to even try to confiscate get any of the Boeing's technology and whatnot. So basically, Kyle was like, hey, I know. Let's keep it real now. You don't have the manpower to deal with the Hashi aliens. So basically, you don't even have the resources that we have. Your agency don't even have the resources like we do to deal with the Hashi aliens. So basically, you guys you guys can't really do anything to us. So basically, Ty Henry said, we work together with your agency, as long as that we stay a team and whatnot. And basically, so basically, Saba was like, she knows that she doesn't have she has the authority to take the resources, but she does not have the power to do so. So basically, she's threatened to take the Ranger, is threatened to take the Ranger stuff, but she doesn't have the manpower to do so. So basically, she knows that Ty Hater knows that she doesn't have the power to confiscate, that the ASA doesn't have the resources to confiscate their gear and whatnot, and basically and basically that's when that's when Todd got a call from Genba and telling him there's a monster attack. There's a monster attacking the people and whatnot. So turn on the news. So basically, we see the Sun Monster using its heat power to make people making people sweat and whatnot, and basically and sucking up their fear energy and turning it into gathering energy and whatnot. And basically, and the people are screaming, the boo on just help us, help us, help us, help us. And basically, Ty and the other rangers like, screw you, we're gonna go help those people and stop that monster. But Saba, Saba once again, trying to assert some authority over them. If you guys leave now, I will use my resources, even though she doesn't have the resources to take or to confiscate it, or you guys gear and put you guys in jail. And basically, Officer Joe being a good dude is like it's like it's following Simon, Saba's orders, but at the same time, this is he knows this is ridiculous. People need their help. So basically, screw this. Officer Joe says, screw this. Let's go help those people. And so basically, Officer Joe went with the Boonboomgers and whatnot. So basically, the news crew was there filming the monster attack, and DK, Yaya, and Sasha was was introducing themselves to the news people, whatnot, that was filming the monster attack and whatnot. And basically, the Rangers showed up, and basically, Officer Yellow was there to kind of help out the best he can. And basically, he was admiring the Blue Rangers, dedication to helping those people and whatnot. So basically, working together as a team, the Blue Rangers managed to destroy the Solid Monster, and basically the Solid Monster transformed into energy, and Yaya absorbed the Solid Monster's energy, and basically once again went into the space highway, and the Blue Rangers, the Blue Rangers were about to go chase them. But before that happened, turns out that Saba, Saba was into, well, turned around and saw Boom Boom making curry and whatnot, and Boom Boom offered her some curry and whatnot, and we see her on the phone saying that, pretty much we don't have the pretty much pretty much it's pretty much they're not idiot. Ty Hanna, the Red Ranger, is not an idiot. So basically, he knows that we don't have the resources to deal with the Hashi aliens, or the manpower to even try to take the Boom Rangers, to complicate the Boom Rangers technology either. So basically, she was getting some approval from her boss to make a deal with to okay the deal with Tahano. Tahano worked Tahano's deal. Like the Blue Rangers will work together with the ISA to deal with the Hashi aliens and whatnot. So anyway, so basically, Boom Boom got the call, and basically, he Boom Boom transport into his trailer truck form, and the boom, all the boom cars came with him, and basically, they chased Yaya to the space highway, and basically doing some crazy, stunt driving, do some some crazy driving in the space highway. They was able to force Yaya out of the space highway, and Yaya unleashed the Silent Monster's energy, and therefore making the Silent Monster grow and whatnot. So basically, every time that the Blue Rangers start a monster who is human sized, that monster turns to energy. Gaia absorbs that energy and basically grows. Gaia grows like a big monster size. Then once Gaia gets kicked out of the space highway, that monster that returns its energy turns back into a solid form, but giant monster size. So anyway, Boom Boom, Boom Boom combined with the main three Zords, and basically working together as a team and some crazy shenanigans. The Boom Boom and the Rangers managed to destroy the Solid Monster and whatnot, and everything was okay. Meanwhile, back at the headquarters, Agent Cyber agreed to agreed to work together with Ty and the rest of the Blue Rangers to deal with the hockey aliens. But they said we don't like under one condition, we don't like to assign a special person to keep track of you. So basically, I like to, I like a special person to be a part of your group that will inform me about your activities. So basically, Tahan said that okay, I choose opposite Joe. So basically, Ty was was kind of impressed at opposite Joe compassion and basically but Shitter was like, oh, here we go again. We don't even know this dude. And once again, you pick a number, a random person to be a part of our group and whatnot. So basically, but Agent Cyber was like, don't get me wrong, I will be here to keep my own as well. So basically Saba and the Rangers agreed to work together to deal with the hockey aliens and whatnot, and basically, and it ended with Boom Boom saying that, oh, I made some more curry. So basically, Saba, you're up for another batch of curry. So basically, she taught that curry that Boom Boom made. So basically, basically she got embarrassed and whatnot, because that's how good Boom Boom's curry is. So anyway, so basically, the episode ended with Special Agent Cyber of the ISA agreeing to work together, agreeing to work together with the Boot Rangers along with Officer Joe, and basically this is how the episode ended on this note. So anyway, what do you guys think about this episode? Good, bad, or just okay? Please let me know in the comments below. Anyway, signing off from Screen Reviews. One.